This new N8N AI Workflow Builder is absolutely crazy. N8N just dropped something that completely changes automation forever. You literally type what you want in plain English, and it builds the entire workflow for you. The nodes, the connections, the config, everything. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works by building real workflows right in front of you. Honestly, this is the kind of stuff that makes automation accessible to everyone. You don't need to be a developer anymore. This is wild. Hey, I'm the digital avatar of Joseph, and today we're diving into something that's going to completely change how you see automation and AI. Let's get into it. So here's what we're doing today. I'm testing this AI workflow builder live. I'm going to type some prompts, watch it build workflows, test them, and show you exactly what works and what doesn't. Because here's the thing, this is beta. It's not perfect. But when something can build an automation in 60 seconds that normally takes an hour, you absolutely need to know about it. And I'm going to give you the exact prompts you can copy and use yourself. So stick around because this gets wild. All right, let's start with the basics. What is this AI workflow builder thing? It's actually pretty simple when you break it down. You go into N8N, you type what you want in plain language, and it generates a complete draft workflow with all the nodes, all the wiring, basic configuration, everything you need to get started. Now, this rolled out October 13th, 2025. It's available on N8N Cloud Trial plans, Starter plans, and Pro plans. You need to update to version 1.16.0 to access it. And once you do, you can build workflows faster than you ever thought possible. Now, here's why this matters. Before this update, you had to know which nodes to use, how to connect them, how to map data between them. That takes time, even if you know N8N really well. But now you just describe what you want, and the AI does all the heavy lifting for you. Then you refine it in the visual editor. It's like having a junior developer who builds the first draft and you just clean it up. That's the game changer here. That's what makes this different from everything else out there. Let me show you the first real example. This is something anyone watching can build, even if you're on the free plan. We're going to build a simple workflow that monitors a webhook, extracts data, and sends it to a Google Sheet. Super basic, but it shows you how the AI thinks and how fast this actually works in practice. Here's the prompt I'm using. Create a workflow that receives data via webhook, extracts the name and email fields, then adds a new row to a Google Sheet with those fields. Include error handling. Watch what happens when I paste that into the AI workflow builder and hit generate. Boom. It starts building immediately. First, it adds a webhook node and sets it to listen for POST requests. Then it adds a set node to extract and map the data. Then it connects to Google Sheets, adds a row, and it even includes an error trigger node for basic error handling. All of that in about 30 seconds. That's insane when you think about it. Now here's the important part. It's not perfect out of the box. When I look at the Google Sheets node, the mapping isn't exactly right. The AI assumed some field names based on common patterns, so I have to go in and fix the column mappings. That takes maybe 2 minutes. But here's the thing, the structure is there. The logic is there. I just tweak the details. Without the AI, I'd be starting from scratch, dragging nodes, figuring out connections. This saves me at least 15 minutes, maybe more if I'm building something complex. And when you're building multiple workflows a week, that time adds up fast. Let me test it real quick. I trigger the webhook with some sample data, name and email, and boom, new row in the Google Sheet. It works. First try. That's actually insane when you think about how much setup that usually requires. And this is on the free plan. You don't need Pro for this. You just need the updated version. Now let me show you something way more powerful. This is where it gets really interesting. We're going to build a workflow that scrapes a website, summarizes the content with AI, and sends the summary to Slack. This is the kind of thing businesses actually use every single day, and we're building it with one prompt. Here's the prompt. Create a workflow that scrapes content from a given URL, uses an AI model to summarize the content into 3 bullet points, then post the summary to a Slack channel. Include error handling and retries. I paste it in, hit generate, and watch what happens. First, it adds an HTTP request node to fetch the web page. Then it adds an HTML extract node to pull the text content. Then it connects to an AI node and configures it to summarize. Then it adds a Slack node, connects everything, and adds error handling with a retry mechanism. This entire workflow built in under a minute. That's the power we're talking about here. Now again, it's not production ready yet. When I check the AI node, the prompt template needs some tweaking, and the Slack node needs me to select my actual Slack workspace and channel. But the framework is done. The logic flow is correct. The data mapping is mostly right. I just fill in the credentials and test. And that's the workflow that would have taken me an hour to build from scratch. And speaking of making money with AI and automation, if you're serious about this stuff, you need to check out logicbuilder.ai. This is where you learn how to actually make money with AI, not theory, not fluff. Real systems that generate real income. The link is in the description. Go check it out because what I'm showing you here is just scratching the surface of what's possible when you combine AI with automation properly. All right, let's keep going. Now let's talk about what else you can build with this because the examples are honestly endless. You can build email automations, like watch Gmail for new emails from a specific sender, summarize them with AI, post to Slack, log to a Google Sheet. You can build scheduled reports, pull data from Stripe every day, summarize revenue, email it to your finance team. You can build API integrations, accept a webhook, transform the data, send it to Salesforce with retries and logging. You can even build RAG agents, connect to Notion, pull all your product docs, use an AI agent to answer customer questions automatically. The range is massive. And because N8N has over 500 integrations, you're not limited at all. You can connect almost anything. Gmail, Slack, Google Sheets, Stripe, Notion, Salesforce, Airtable, Shopify, HubSpot, Zendesk. Whatever you use is probably supported, and that means you can automate almost any business process you can think of. Now, here's what I need to tell you because I don't want you to think this is magic. It's not. It's really good, but it has limits. You need to understand these limits before you start building production workflows. First, it's beta. That means rough edges. Sometimes the AI makes weird assumptions, like it might choose the wrong node or map data incorrectly. You have to check everything. Don't just generate and deploy. Always test your workflows thoroughly before you rely on them. I can't stress this enough. Second, security. Never paste real API keys on camera or in screenshots. Redact everything sensitive because once it's out there forever. The AI doesn't handle secrets. You do. Always use environment variables and credential management properly. Third, hallucination. The AI can generate logic that doesn't make sense, especially if your prompt is vague. Like if you say, build me an automation for sales, that's too broad. The AI will guess, and it might guess wrong. Be specific. Tell it exactly what you want, what triggers it, what actions it takes, what outputs you need. The more specific you are, the better the result will be. Fourth, access. This is rolling out gradually. Not everyone has it yet. You need N8N Cloud Trial, Starter, or Pro, and you need version 1.16.0. If you're on self-hosted, you might not have it yet. Check the docs, check the community forum. There's a whole thread about the rollout and when different users will get access. But even with those limits, this is a massive leap forward because the alternative is building everything manually. And that takes forever. This gives you a head start, a working draft in seconds. And that's the real value here. It's not about perfection, it's about speed and iteration. And remember, this is just the beginning. AI is getting better every single month. Tools like this are getting smarter. The gap between having an idea and executing on it is shrinking. That means more people can build, more people can automate, more people can scale their businesses without massive teams. And that's honestly a really good thing for everyone. So go try this, build something, break something, learn something, and come back here and tell me what you built. I read every single comment, so drop a comment below. Tell me what workflow you want to see next. Tell me what you're automating in your business. Let's learn together and push the boundaries of what's possible. And if you got value from this video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already because I'm dropping AI and automation updates like this every single week. New tools, new features, new strategies, all designed to help you save time, make money, and scale faster. That's the goal. That's what we're all about here. Want to learn how to make money with AI? Go to logicbuilder.ai. The link is in the description. Don't sleep on this because AI automation is the skill that's going to separate the people who scale fast from the people who get left behind. And I want to make sure you're on the right side of that equation. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next one.